Hello, my name is Martin de Munnik, one of the founders of Neurensics. Our company is engaged in consumer neuroscience. By looking into people's brain, we predict their behavior. Even more so, by looking in their brain and using benchmarks, we are able to predict the behavior of your whole target audience. Now, why would you look into somebody's brain instead of rather asking consumers what they want and how they feel? In the 80s of our last century, scientists proved, and even got rewarded with a Nobel Prize for it, that our behavior and our decisions are based upon subconscious processes. This has led to the emergence of consumer neuroscience, neuroeconomics, and when applied into daily business, it's called neuromarketing. Over the years, we have developed new techniques and built relevant benchmarks to value and deliver actionable insights to improve the effect of advertising, but also for valuing packaging, whether they are perceived as durable whilst not losing their sales power. We are able to measure relevant brand associations, and last but not least, we are able to predict the willingness to pay. When asking consumers what they are willing to pay for a certain product, you most likely get the wrong answer. This is because the value of a product is also determined by subconscious processes which can be better understood by measuring them through neuro research. My colleague and partner Kai Marcus Müller developed a method to measure and predict the sweet spot of a price, or what he calls the feel-good price. I'm proud to introduce to you Professor Dr. Kai Marcus Müller.
My name is Kai Marcus Müller. I am a professor of consumer behavior in Germany. I'm a neuroscientist by training, and I'm director of pricing research with Neurensics in Amsterdam. My topic is pricing. Any organization that sells a product or a service needs to ask themselves the critical question: what is the perceived value in the mind of the customer with respect to our product or service? How much are people going to be willing to pay for our products? Well, you could just go out and ask people, look, this is the product, this is how it works, that's the brand, how much would you be willing to pay for that? If you take one piece of information from this clip, please don't do that. Don't ask people. It's been shown in numerous studies that the results are not going to be accurate. People don't want to tell you the truth. People want to maximize their own consumer surplus. That means they want to have maximum value for money. So what's the solution? Our approach is neuroscience, and particularly the electroencephalogram, the EEG. It is a cap that's put on the head, and it measures what lay people call the brain waves. Indeed, they are just voltage fluctuations arising from activity in the brain. What the EEG is excellently good at is to determine whether something fits in the mind or doesn't fit in the mind. And we've been translating that basic insight into pricing. So what we can do is we can explain someone a product, show it to them, potentially have them touch it or try it out, and then show the study participant a number of different prices. And we can then measure within a few hundred milliseconds if these prices match the product or don't match the product. If they don't match, they're either too high or too low. And if they match the product, then we know we have hit the perceived value. We've been using that technology for a number of highly strategically important and relevant topics, such as determining the profit optimal price, determining the revenue optimal price, determining prices in a competitive market, determining prices in a large portfolio. So, for example, optimizing a price architecture for clients, etc. Sometimes, however, there are many prices to be tested and many products to be tested. For instance, companies are considering launching at different prices in different regions or in different countries or for different target groups. Or they're asking themselves, there are a number of various features. Which feature is worth how much? For those questions, we've been developing a technology termed neurovaluing. Neurovaluing works very similarly to neuropricing based on EEG. However, People do the same thing as they do in EEG, but they are not measured any brain waves. They simply say this price is cheap or is expensive. And they do this online while being explained the product and being shown different prices. So if the price is clearly low, then they'll be very quick to say, this is cheap. If the price is high, they'll be quick to say it's high. If the price is right, it'll take them a little and they'll think about, oh, is this a high price, is this a low price? I'd rather say it's a high price. Let's imagine you are working out an event and you want to understand what is being needed at that event to maximize the value perception in the mind of the consumer. It could be that you need a famous speaker. It could be that you need extra gimmicks. It could be that you need a large audience, and so forth. All these things can be tested, they can be pre-tested before you do the event in order to maximize the value perception of the product. That can be done online, purely based on reaction times, while actually people don't even know that they are in a reaction time experiment. Study participants generally believe they are in a standard market research study. Finally, I hope that you have caught some interest in neuropricing, and I very much wish you to get the value and the price that you deserve for your products.
I hope Kai inspired you into the commercial application of consumer neuroscience in your business. We will be happy to discuss with you the value of it for your company. In an online meeting, we will take you and your team through the latest insights of consumer neuroscience. We could talk about your brand in relation to the competition, how we could measure that and how you could improve your brand strength. We can show you examples of how to improve the effectiveness of your marketing or to improve its profitability. We provide in-house training and educate your team on the most important development in marketing, understanding and measuring subconscious processes. Let's meet.